Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Bakar Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS for the 100% truth and doctrine. And shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered around the four corners of the earth, that's also pushing this 100% doctrine. This is your brother Nakar, coming back with another video. And this title of this video is going to be the crown of life, staying focused. So we're going to go through some scriptures right quick that I like to read. I want to get Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 through 14. Enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Many there be which go in threat, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So they're basically talking about this ministry, and it's not going to be an easy walk, straight walk for everybody. You're going to go through some things, and you're going to suffer. You're going to go through a lot, temptations and stuff like that. But you have to stay focused, make this your priority, Salakia. And you want to give up the worldly things that you used to do. You can't lose focus. We basically are slaves to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You can't be lazy. You can't take your hand off the plow. And you want to go back through the same environment. I'm gonna touch on those scriptures also. I want to get this in the NLT version actually. So let me see here. Let's just see what it says. So Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 through 14 in the NLT version. You can enter the Most High's kingdom only through a narrow gate. The highway to hell is broad, and the gate is wide for many who choose that way. But the gateway to life is very narrow, and the road is difficult. Only a few can ever find it. So like I said, like I was touching on, this is not going to be an easy walk for everybody. You know, you just can't come up here, oh yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and I'm going to get to a kingdom. Yeah, you are the chosen people, but you still want to you know, secure your election. Actually, let's go to that. If I can find that, it's not on my top of my head right now. Let's see what pops up. We got 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. Wherefore the rather brethren give diligence to make your calling election sure. For if ye do these things, you should never fail. You should never fall, Salakia. So yeah, like that's also a thing. You want to put in the work, try these videos, get involved with the camps with the brotherhood, you know, keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability, and be a clean person. You don't want to go back and being an unclean beast like you were. You know, just to even think about the things that we used to do, especially what I used to do before I came to the truth, man. It is very disgusting. You also, I want to go to this one. Let me see what pops up. Feed the flock. All right. So we got Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 2. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, the Most High of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away. And I visited them. Behold, I will visit you upon evil of your doings, saith Yahweh. Well, I want the right quote I'm looking for, but that's also people with the wrong doctrine. We could use that as an example too. They would get punished. Not saying the Most High names or none of that. You see what I'm saying? Not following the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua like it's supposed to be. actually. We got 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 2. Feed the flock of the Most High which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by contract, but willing, not for filthy lure, but of a ready mind. So yeah, well, you got to do your job and feed the flock. That's why you see brothers put out these videos and going to camp. They're not doing it for the entertainment. They're out there to give warning, for the hopefully elect, and also warning about doomsday and what is there to come. I touched in my last video with Noah and Lot. There was so many warning, people were still out here doing folly, and then that's when the world ended. In this instance, the great deliverance is going to be here in Great Babylon, Babylon the Great, and it will be destroyed. And now that's why they're out here doing the doomsday. Tell you about doomsday, the nuclear warheads, and what's there to come, take us trouble in our temptations. But that's for another video, not to try to get off like topic or nothing like that. I just want to go to I already read that. I want to go to we are the servants of the Most High. So we got Leviticus chapter 25, verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, your power. So like I said, we are his servants, children of Israel. So we got to do what we are told to do, which is feed the flock and keep on spreading his word. The internet also, spreading the word to four corners of the earth. No matter how many views, how many subscribers you got, but you're doing your job. What they say, study by proof, your work will not go unnoticed from the Most High. He sees everything. Moving on to Joel chapter 2, verse 26 to 27. And ye shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, praise the name of Yahweh your power. And I have dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall not be ashamed. And ye shall know that I am the midst of Israel, that I am Yahweh Basha, Yahweh your power, and none else, and my people should never be ashamed. So like I said, you should always praise it, praise his name, and do the works. I said, you not be ashamed of what you do. You gotta be bold as lions when you're actually in this truth also. Like me. I'll never ever see myself making screen record videos, going out there trying to, meet the brotherhood, because I'm kind of an introvert, but you can't be an introvert inside this truth. He put the Holy Spirit on you for a reason. You got to come out your shell and do things that's going to make you uncomfortable. You're doing it for the Most High, So what else I want to touch on? I want to touch on this, people who are in the faith will claim in the faith and you go lukewarm. That's something that you don't want to go to. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Let's go there. Actually, I want to start from Revelation chapter 3, from 15 to 16. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. Then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out my mouth. So if you go lukewarm, like say if you was uploading videos and you just stop. You stop going to camp, you don't live stream, and you basically taking your hand off the plow. Like I said, you don't want to go back and take your hand off the plow. Here we go with Luke chapter 9, verse 62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow And looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. So that's why I say, when you in this thing, you gotta be committed for this. You just can't, you in it for the time being, but something happened that you don't like, you fall out of the truth. Like you will be marked for that. Once you hear the gospel, like I said, you become servants of this. You just can't up and go. And when you up and go, that's some anger in the Most High. Because you already know, you know better. So why would you go back into the world? Because, and it's crazy. Like, people who do go back to the world, taking out the plow, you don't fear Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah enough. Apparently, you don't fear enough. And you don't have faith, you don't believe. Salaki about that. But as I was saying, yeah, for some of y'all, we got 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 22. But it is happening unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the sow that was washed to her walling in her mire. A sow is a female pig, But that really means when you take your hand off the plow and you go back, into the world, and that's going to really anger the Most High, because after you know what the truth is, you come back to your heritage, you're a Hebrew Israelite, and it's like you go back to that same Christian fake ass religion like church, and it's like you gonna be destroyed for that. You gonna be really marked for that. Like I said earlier in the video, we become servants of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah. So you going back to the world is basically, like I said, you eating up your own vomit again. Doing the unclean things, eating unclean things. Forget the commandments and all that you do. That's going to just build up more and more fire from the Most High. But that's all I want to touch into. All thing I got to say, man, stay focused, and pray on it. Some of y'all brothers don't pray enough. It's going to take some time, This not an easy walk for all of us, Some of us suffer daily, every single day. But we found a way, to put out this word. We try our best. I want to give all glory and praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Shalom.